You show your desperation. You obviously don't show your desperation. You don't want him to think that you're desperate.
Compliment the girl. You know, if she's gone through the effort of putting liner in her eyes and mascara and wearing a hot dress and running a hot iron through her hair, tell her that she looks good. But please try avoiding using words like nice, because nice is an adjective you use for your grandmother, not on a first date.
Punctuality, it's so important, it's not even funny. See, a guy tells you 8 o'clock, he means 8 o'clock. Just be there by 8, not 8:10 or 8:20 because he means 8. He's probably going to be there at 7:55, but be there at 8. Being fashionably late doesn't really apply to these scenarios, you know.
So, on your first date, when you go to your car, you should always open the door for her. Yeah, we don't need you to open the door, but it's nice when a guy is chivalrous.
Deodorants are a must. Nobody likes body odor coming from the other person on a date, you know, like, because it's the biggest mood killer ever. And so are sweaty palms, and so is bad breath.
If you want to drive her around in your car and you want to put some really cool music on, just stay the fuck away from gangster rap, heavy death metal, and Yo-Yo Honey Sing songs for that matter. Because trust me, she doesn't really care if you want to hang over tonight.
Don't take her to a noisy bar, and please don't order shots. Like, who wants to go to a noisy bar where nobody can talk, and who likes the idea of tequila breath in their mouth, you know, on a first day? Like, think about it, don't do that.
Please make sure you trim your nose hair, because if you get lucky and you are gonna get kissed, please make sure there's nothing sticking out. It's the biggest turn off.
Alcohol, amazing thing, just fantastic, but a little too much can ruin things, right? Because we tend to start doing things and saying things which you do not really want the other person to know, right? Like, I don't want to really know what you would want to name your unborn child, or how much you fantasize about Bradley Cooper and his chaddis, or, you know, things like that.
While mentioning your mom is sweet, don't do it on a first date. A mama's boy is not sexy.
Okay, so I don't want to be mean here or anything, but just don't bitch about anyone. Someone you know, someone we know, someone who's a mutual friend, just anyone, you know, because it is negative, right? And it can lead to negative things happening, because negative energy and then more negative energy, and our date could just be disastrous then, which you don't want, obviously. So
when you have a conversation going, just make sure nothing gets too controversial.
Yeah, like avoid Nama versus Rahul Gandhi debates, or, you know, whether you think odd even was a good idea.
Or if size matters. I mean, who the hell asks that? And chances are that if things go well, like, you'll have a million debates to look forward to.
I know you love working out, and working out is like the best thing ever, but don't brag about going to the gym all the time, you know? Great that you like being fit, great that you want to be in shape, but don't brag about going to the gym. Boring, yuck.
ex-boyfriends, just don't talk about them. There's a reason that you're ex, right? You broke up with them. Now, don't bring it up on the first date, probably third date, fifth date, but just not on the first, right?
Whenever you are out on a date, please start eating more. I mean, just sample this. There's nothing more sexy than watching a hot woman enjoying a hot meal. But hey, that doesn't mean that you have to Instagram that shit.
If you like him, make sure you ask him, you call him. Like, just don't play games with him that much.
And if you like her, don't wait for 2 days to text her. Just call her and ask her out.
Well, if you liked listening to the advice that we doled out right now, please feel free to like the video, to comment on it, and to share it, you know. Make the world a better place, one share at a time, by giving them advice as to what not to do on a date. Like, you know, it's important. Do that.
One bottle whiskey.
There's the pen drive. Oh, good morning, sir. Good morning. Sir, क्या लग रहे हैं सर? जैकेट पहनी है. Hello, sir. Hello.